Power Rangers, Supercharged. Power Rangers, ready, set, start.
Hey there, everybody. I am the creator of the Power Rangers Supercharged series, and today I'm going to be presenting to you the IGPF, which is our main villain source. It'll also be the source for our mentor, but he's going to have his own separate video. So today I just want to introduce to you guys the main antagonist for this series. So here we go. So this is the InterGalactic Patrol Force, the IGPF. I came up with the name. I came up with the golden arrow-shaped spaceship in the middle specifically. Everything else was AI generated. I'm only using AI, as I mentioned before, in order to get my ideas out there of how I want them to look in a more realistic feel. But the ship specifically, that is going to be very important in regards to our antagonist, because that is the mandate. A mandate is an authoritarian command or law that is not to be questioned, and I felt it was the right type of name for this kind of ship for what part of the IGPF stands for, specifically for our main villain, which I will get to later on. This is how the ship is supposed to look like. It's supposed to be just absolutely huge in scope, because this thing doubles as a police headquarters and as a maximum security prison for aliens across the galaxy. Here's another look at that ship, so that way you have a really good idea of how huge this thing is supposed to be. And all of the advanced technology that comes in here is going to be shown bit by bit through the story. And the first thing that we're going to be seeing are these Siren-Cycles. These guys are the minions of the series. They have wheels for feet. And as you can see, there's this blue, like Xeon style color that's running through the entire machine. This is supposed to be the electricity that it generates when those wheels are rolling into the stubs at the end of its arms, so that way it can get to the target and paralyze them in order to make them easier for detaining and for transport. So these are just machines. They are obviously cloned out. They're going to be the ones that are very prevalent and everywhere anytime the Rangers are going to be fighting. Now, this is how I use AI in order to translate it. I really like how it did incorporate everything that I wanted. To translate it over very well. This is how they look like when they are engaged with their target directly and when they're attempting to stun them. But when they need to get to a location quicker or they're in hot pursuit of a vehicle, this is their transformed state as a motorcycle. The red and blue antennae from the Siren-Cycles, I wanted to make sure those were translated as handlebars, so I think it did a decent enough job here. And yeah, those are the Siren-Cycles, and the one that's going to be deploying them is going to be Officer Deputor. Deputor is an AI robot, so that's why he has the red and blue visors on his face that are going to be flashing. It's a robot. It's not going to really be deterred by those lights like a human's eye would probably be. And the rest of his outfit is supposed to feel very militarian in its design. And you'll also notice that it has the golden arrow, the mandate symbol, on his chest as a way to show his rank. He is the complete director and chief of the entire mandate ship, facilities, Siren-Cycles, all of it there. This is how I have it interpreted through AI, of him just going down a corridor. And then here's another picture that I have of him hoisting up his stun gun with a bunch of Siren-Cycles in the back. And here is where you would be hearing him say, not just at this point of time, but throughout the series, whenever he is deploying an alien in order to go capture the Rangers, he will say dispatch and detain. He came up with the idea of using the criminals that they already have incarcerated as expendables in order to fight the Power Rangers, so that way either the Power Rangers get rid of a criminal, or the main goal, have one of the criminals defeat the Power Rangers, so that way they can confiscate the Zords. Because, as it turns out, Deputor here falsified the reports that the Zords were stolen. He actually created those files so that way he would have an excuse in order to go after the Rangers, get the Zords confiscated, and use the Megazord as his way of enforcing his own idea of justice, which is to just detain people, interrogate them. If he or the machines are able to decide who is guilty and who is innocent, he'll do as such. But it's basically arrest first, ask questions later. And he believes that the Zords are his best way of doing so. So that's why he created these falsified reports about everything. And as a machine, it's a little difficult in order to actually trace anyone who actually did that. And here's a picture of him getting updated and charged at the same time. So that's the whole premise here. Deputor wants the Zords for his own pursuit of justice, and he's going to be using already incarcerated aliens as the monsters of the week in order to try to defeat the Power Rangers. So that way, either he gets a criminal defeated by them, destroyed by them, or he gets the Rangers defeated, gets the Zords, and it's a criminal that they already incarcerated once, so that means that they already know how to re-incarcerate them after they defeat the Rangers. That's the idea that Deputor is using, and the Siren-Cycles and the mandate is how he plans on doing that. So I want to thank you all very much for tuning in. Thank you for waiting on this to come out. I do apologize. I had some personal things that were happening, but they are now taken care of, so I can now refocus back onto this. So the next video is going to be on their mentor. After that, I'll be doing the profiles for the other two Rangers, and then we will move on from there. But in the meantime, may the power protect you.